Hello, how are you today? Yeah. So today's Wednesday, hump day. And if you're like most people, including me, maybe you start off the week really on a high, you're excited, you're pumped, like you did that little talk to yourself on Sunday night where you told yourself that you're gonna just smash the coming week. So you get up Monday and you're feeling motivated, Tuesday you're at it, and then by Wednesday it's like, and then it's downhill from there, and then you kind of like wait for the weekend. For a lot of entrepreneurs who are switching over from working a 9 to 5 or a Monday to Friday, this is usually what I see that they are not yet fully trained to work, say, Monday to Monday, or fully trained to work knowing that this is not the kind of lifestyle in which you log off, or which you determine when you're not going to be working. Even if you're not physically working in your business, there's always some aspect of it that you're going to be working on mentally. Always something. Morning! Thanks for joining. We're talking about mindset today. It's really exciting. And what I was saying is that if you find yourself struggling in the middle of the week, like on a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday, if you find yourself struggling, understand that it's a cycle. That your body, number one, that your body is used to a cycle. And for many people, I'll give myself as an example. For 17 years, I worked a cycle. I worked a cycle of Monday to Friday, and it was business hours. And so my cycle was, maybe in this case, it wasn't, this is reverse. But back then it was, I would be despairing on Sunday, up on Monday and off to work, feeling like I wanted to be somewhere else, anywhere else. You see your coworkers, you get into the work, you're challenged, you're happy, and having that boost. But by Wednesday, I would start to feel down and in need of a rest. And by Friday, I was definitely ready for the weekend. And then on the weekend, that's when I would like really just let loose and just get in touch with the other parts of my life. So family, friends, anything else, including chores. And then Sunday night, the ritual begins again, where I'd be like, oh man, tomorrow's Monday. So that was a cycle that I was stuck in for very many years. But I didn't even know that. So all I know is that when I moved over to the entrepreneurship side, I would find myself getting up, and when you're in the honeymoon period, nobody had to tell me to do anything. I was up 24 hours working on the business, very excited, energized, thinking, wow, I wish I had done this sooner. And then you go a couple months in, couple years in, and you start waking up thinking, oh God, I have to get up, I have to work, I have to market, I have to sell. And then that would like start off that way, and by the end of the week, I'm so done. I'm ready to I don't even know do what, go to bed and sleep forever. So if you find yourself in such a situation, and this is like highly over dramatized, but it's just to show you that we all have different cycles that we're used to operating in, and sometimes we don't understand what our cycle looks like. So the first thing that I would say is start noticing what your cycle looks like every week. When are you most excited? What days are you most excited, and why? What days do you feel really dragged down, like life is just really pulling you down, and why? And what days do you feel most at peace, most at rest, most in your zone, most in abundance? And then ask yourself why. That's the first thing. The next thing that I want, and this is the most important thing, because who cares about all those other times if you feel stuck? If you feel stuck, you feel overwhelmed, you feel tired, you feel like you just can't go on, that it's not worth it. It's very hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And anything will start to weigh on you because you're not operating at 100%. And so decisions that would have taken 5 seconds before for you to make are now taking weeks and months, and they're just hipping up on each other. You know what you want, but then you're beginning to have a sense that you don't quite know what it looks like, or where you can find it, or how you can get it. It's just this very abstract thing. So the first thing we need to figure out is, where are you stuck and why? For this, you're going to use paper and pen. So you're going to get yourself blank paper, and you're going to think about important areas of your life. You're going to think about your finances, your relationships, your hobbies, your religion, just all the parts that you deem important in your life. And out of them, we're going to pick one. Okay, so we're not trying to solve everything today. But what I want to show you is something really effective, something useful that you can use to get yourself unstuck. And right now, I know that that's the feeling that you want more than anything else. It's just to feel free, to be motivated to continue, to feel empowered, to feel abundant. And that's what I'm giving you right now. So you're going to take that piece of paper and you're going to look at that one aspect of your life and you're going to just circle it. I'm going to make an assumption here for you. Finances. Okay, now with you, it might be something else. Just pick the part that really hurts you right now. The part that really hurts you. For some of you, it's something, non-physical or non-tangible in a tangible way, like money. For others, it's relationships. For others, it's work. For others, it's illness, or health. Whatever it is, I want you to pick the part in which you feel the most lost, in the part in which you feel really, really defeated. And you're going to take a few moments and just sit there quietly, looking at that blank piece of paper, and you're going to hold your pen. There's a very specific reason I'm asking you to use paper and pen, is that we're going to have a lot more done in terms of getting that unified mind-body connection while you're using your body to articulate what's in your mind. Rather than typing it out, those are different processes that are used, that are engaged when you're typing out or when you're using electronic devices. And so we're going to just stay away from that and go back to the way man and woman, how we were initially made, how we were initially made to communicate, to understand, to respond. And one of those key ways is to let what's coming out, what's going on in our minds, be let out through physical engagement. And the physical engagement in this particular case is going to be your paper and pen. So looking at your blank piece of paper, and you've got that one topic that we're going to write down. Write it down now if you haven't before. So you're going to just write down money and circle it or underline it. Do the thing that you do naturally. Sometimes I circle words, other times I underline them, other times I put a star next to them. So whatever it is that comes out naturally for you at this moment. And when you look at that word, I want you to write down everything that comes to mind when you think of that word. Don't overthink it. Don't try and question yourself about why you're thinking what you're doing. I'm just getting my own paper and pen here ready so that I can do this exercise with you and just show you how powerful it is. And I want you to understand that whatever happens here, when I'm done here with this exercise, I don't want you to have any expectations on yourself. A lot of times we go into these things and we feel like maybe there's something wrong with us if we don't get the desired result or if we don't get the feeling that is being described. I know for myself, a lot of times when people used to talk about visualization, I used to not see what they're painting, right? But I knew enough about myself and how I visualized to know that it had nothing to do with me. I just did not resonate with that method. It was not speaking my language. And that's what all this is really about, is language. So what I'm offering you here is a language, a way for you to communicate with your subconscious so that your conscious understands what's going on. And we can change a few things here, a few elements. As you've noticed, I've gone into the mind, it's mindset. So you have these problems in your relationships, you have problems with money, you are not happy within yourself, you're searching for happiness. Whatever the problem is, wherever you feel stuck at this moment, wherever it is, understand that there is a way that you can shift perception that allows you to see a solution more clearly, more easily, or for problems to disappear in a way that you just cannot experience right now because you're in a funk. So write down the word that represents the topic, the area in which you are stuck, and all the words that come to mind, and I'll give you about a minute to do so. I'll give you a few more seconds to just complete what you are doing. All right, awesome. Take a look at your list. Take a look at your list. These are all the thoughts that you have right now, all the things that you have right now that are going on in your mind when it comes to this place in which you're stuck. And if you look at your list, you should be able to see that there are a lot of things that support each other in terms of feelings or thoughts or phrases, and there are a lot of that don't correlate. So it's almost like you've got a jigsaw puzzle, you've got all the puzzle pieces, and some of the puzzle pieces look like they belong somewhere else. And others look like they fit right in. You can say, oh, this and this is related. We can put that together. So when you look at this list, I want you to understand that everything that's happening in your life right now is as a result of all these different thoughts, all residing in the same space. All these different thoughts residing in the same space. So if our brain has been designed to make connections, if our brain has been designed for connections, to identify patterns, to identify connections, to create them, pathways, well then when you have all these different random thoughts that some are good, some are not that great, and they're all there together in this bowl of soup, then we're not really giving your mind, your brain, anything to work with. And so in that area, you will be stuck because you're going to get all the conflicting results of this space. Well, the first thing is look at your list and cross out what you don't want. Immediately cross out what you don't want and do that without thinking about it. Don't ask yourself questions. Just look at the list and decide, you know what? Yeah, I'm done with bills. I don't care for them. They can go. And don't think about it too much, but just decide what it is that you want to just get rid of, right? Like you're like, yeah, I don't want this. I don't want that. This is good. And leave what you want, okay? Just leave what you want. Then I want you to take a look at the words that you now have on your paper. And you can let me know if you're doing this exercise, even after you do if you watch this as a replay, just let me know with a hashtag replay, or if you're doing this live, what's coming up for you, and maybe we can work through that as well. So when you look at the piece of paper and you're left with all the good words, all the things that left behind, now your next question is, that's great. What am I supposed to do with this? I still feel stuck. Well, I want you to take those words and I want you to take those phrases and start creating things that sound true to you. As an example, I have here, love my life. And the example that I used was money, because I said let's have money, let's all deal with money. Now, interestingly for me, anytime I do this exercise, I always end up getting different results. Like I'll tell you, when I did this very same exercise last year, it did not look like this. I'm actually pretty happy with the way this looks right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really, really excited. And one thing that I crossed off was bills, because when I was thinking about money, bills just came to mind. It was one of the many things that I wrote down. And I crossed off bills. And just as an example of something that you don't want to do with. Now, this is not the time to start thinking about what it is that you're crossing out. Like, oh, but if you don't have bills, that means you're not getting utilities. That means you're not getting, don't overthink it. The idea here is, do you want bills coming to you? No, you want to just know that things are taken care of, that you've done your part, that you're responsible, that you're proactive, that you're active, then cross it out. Something here that I have that is a positive is say, love my life, which sounds very ambiguous, but it's here next to money. And why is this important for me right now is because, as I said, you take these phrases, you take these words, and then you create sentences that sound true to you. My example is love my life. So love my life. I like it. I want to keep it, right? So what can I do that's going to be a sentence that's going to be true for me in relation to money? Thinking again about what I want. Not what I don't want, not what I don't care for, not what I'm done with, but what I want. In this exercise, you are only allowed to look forward. When it comes to keeping what you want, you're only allowed to look forward. No buts, no ends, no behind, not to the side, face forward. Love my life and money. So, what sentence do I want to create here that's going to be true? Okay, so give me a moment. I love that money enhances my life. I love that I have money to take care of everything that I need for myself. My business is bringing in money, and it's bringing in money that's growing. and that is being used to help others. I love that I can give of myself without wondering whether I'm going to eat or whether my loved ones are going to be okay. I love that I have the resources that I need so that I can continue to contribute in the world in a very positive way. And most of all, I love that with money coming in, with money going out, I understand that it's a flow, it's a cycle of life. It's like water, it's like air, it's like the wind. It's all a part of life, that it does not inform how I feel or how I live, but rather it enhances my life. So I love that money is an enhancer in my life. It enhances my life, it complements it. And that sentence rings true to me. The word that is powerful for me here is enhance, because when it came to money, for the longest time, money had different roles in my life, and enhancing was definitely not one of them. Money did not enhance my life. I was a slave to money. It was a lot of different things. And here's the funny thing, I can't even tell you what it used to be because those thoughts are gone. And that's the other thing that you're going to realize as you do this exercise and as you keep just re-examining your most powerful thoughts. And I'll tell you how you know you have a powerful thought. Our most powerful thoughts come with a surge of energy. And that's how you know it's powerful. You know, the things that we take for granted when we say, I hate lines, that's a surge of energy that has come out with, I hate lines. You know, I hate waiting, I hate traffic. That's a surge of energy. So that's a very powerful thought. It could also be the positive one. I just love it when clients pay me. That is powerful. It comes out with a surge of energy. So if you want to know the sentences, the parts in your life that hold a lot of charge, that may need some energy release, or that you may need to look at the thoughts around it and recalibrate, then just pay attention to the energy that comes out with your words. You know, pay attention. You mainly pick it up in anger. You say, I hate it when you make me wait. I don't like it when, oh, I can't stand this. Just pay attention to those kinds of thoughts, and more importantly, pay attention to the good ones. The ones in which you say, this is amazing. I love it when the sun is shining. Or this is great. I just got these wishes on, you know, like just think about the good thoughts, and you want to cultivate more of them, and you want to like really feel them so that you understand how your body reacts when you're having a nice thought with a positive charge, or a thought that's defeating and it has a negative charge. So look at your list and look at the ones that you want to work with. Create the sentences that are true to you and start to see that magic happen. Let me know what comes up for you, okay? I'll be back here later on answering questions and working with you on this. Thanks.